Hey YouTube fan, how's it going? Thank you so much for joining me in this tarot reading. This is going to be all signs, and I feel like we've been being teased by love when it comes to these readings. Like, it keeps getting mentioned. And so last time, it wound up being more for those who are working on self-love, healing, come what may, sure, but for right now, don't worry about it, right? And this round, I want to focus on my lovelies, the ones who have already began a relationship, or maybe, you know, there's something going on, there are sparks flying back and forth, and you're just trying to process. Maybe you've been in a relationship and it's a bit of a checkpoint, a good point to try to see where, you know, what you're feeling, and, you know, whatever. Maybe I can help you with a perspective as well. I don't know. I do, however, either way, if you're new here, hi, my name's Amy. I like to share positive vibes, so I have a tendency to interpret most of these messages as words of encouragement. I feel like that's one of the main things that can make tarot on YouTube so much fun, and it keeps us coming back for more with our particulars, is the positive vibes of it all. It's like we have our own life coaches and it's free. You know what I mean? We just watch and boosh. So know that, and yeah, let's see what kind of mischief we can get into together. Okie dokie, we're gonna go ahead and begin with the archetypes. I've already pre-shuffled in the usual, so let's go ahead and cut this deck together, and let's see what we come up with. The Siren. Okay, all right, okay. So maybe someone is concerned that this is not so much long-lasting, but very animalistic for right now. And that's okay. That's fine. Maybe someone has been drawn in and this person is going to be the death of them. First of all, please know. I'm going to go full on T on you and say, please know. Okay? Like, keep your wits about you. Don't lose yourself to anyone. I don't know. Let's see if there's something in the book to help steer me or help to clarify. Maybe, because this is talking about a call that is one that, why would you even try resisting, right? Maybe this is someone where you've known them for a bit and you've kind of like, you know, proxied one another for a while, and you got to talking one day and everything flowed so well, and it's seeming a bit too good to be true. Either way, there's that vibe of too good to be true, right? And there's concern that you're missing red flags. Like, where are the red flags? There have to be red flags. Where are they? Am I crazy? Like, there's no red flags. Just don't get nitpicky about it, okay? Just don't get nitpicky and make molehills so that you can then turn those molehills into mountains or whatever the heck, because there are none. It's like trying to resist something that's only natural, that is meant to, a path that's meant to be crossed at the very least. What about the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck? Cut on that. Spaceship, don't be afraid to sing. With the Siren card? We're just getting silly today. What is that? Oh my goodness. Okay. Who here's a singer? What is that? Ultimately, with the spaceship card, we're talking about someone who has, in the past, been made to feel as though their voice doesn't matter. Their opinion doesn't matter. It's almost like it's the complete opposite ends of the spectrum in a way. A fear of the latter when there's no need for that fear, right? And yet someone is dealing with someone, or maybe dealing with someone who is silencing them in a way. Okay, but if we put them together, then we could be dealing with a situation where someone's just been swept away, swept up, and they didn't even realize, like, because they were just going with it, and they lost track of time, and now they're like, wait, how did we get to, like, how did we get here? We were just vibing together, and now suddenly we're getting married or something. You know what I mean? Like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like, you realize that you haven't really... I don't necessarily want to say you haven't been free to. It's more like trying to speak, and it's not like people are ignoring you. They can't even hear you. Like you're speaking too softly. But you're still being spoken over. You're still going unheard. And that in and of itself can mess with a person's head, right? Because it's like, I'm right here. Hello, can you see me? And you need to be reminded that your voice does matter. Your opinions do matter. So if you're afraid of that happening and losing yourself to a relationship because the people in the past have been very domineering, right? Very like overwhelming, right? They just kind of take over and you get swept away and you lose yourself in the experience. If you're honest from the get-go, if you... Like, it's difficult, right? If people are not hearing you, if they're not listening to you, my like initial reaction is, then why are you wasting your breath, right? Why do you keep talking to them if they don't even hear you? They're not even listening to you. Like, your voice matters. So whether it's a fear or it's just really two ends of the spectrum being represented right from the get-go, right? Someone being so pulled in and so happy and everything feeling too good to be true, but it's like scary, right? Like when this has happened in the past, it really didn't work out very well. It didn't feel good, you know? So let's see if we can get some clarification. I don't know, maybe it's YouTube. Let's lighten the mood a wee bit, right? This is love. We're talking romance. Let's cut the tarot together. I tend to consider the tarot itself a bit of a story. Maybe these two cards are the prologue. I don't know. We shall see how the vibe is from here on out. Like, it's... the feeling, the vibe that I'm getting is more like the butterflies, the like catching your breath or whatever, just like, oh my goodness, like before you leap, right? And being very scared. Because it's also the unknown. Like, even if it is someone that you guys have known one another, you've both known one another for a while and it's still new together. You're getting to explore a different side to one another now, right? And that could be scary. Like, some may not want to lose that particular that makes it so special, right? I'm just gonna, let's chapter 1, please. Oh my goodness. I will yap for all day. It's the Wheel of Fortune. Right off the get-go. Tap. What was that? Whenever I see the Wheel of Fortune, it's like I can hear the gears shifting into place, right? Like, and the odds are ever in your favor. So that definitely helps to lighten the mood a bit. What's chapter 2? The Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is so nurturing. I like to kind of put her alongside in my mind anyway, my own headcanon with the Empress. Because, you know, between the like nature going on all around, even the little bunny and stuff, and she seems so content, just vibing out in her garden. She's like, the pentacles are everything. They're the earth, Mother Gaia. They're all these seeds planted, these ideas that you've been nurturing and such, right? Your life, the self-care, the dedication, all of that building up into your legacy and such, right? And the kings and queens of the tarot, like they've been there, they've done that, they've learned all those lessons. You know, it's more a question of what kind of ruler would you be? So this can either be your honey, who is very, like, they seem so warm and nurturing and intuitive, and everyone just, everything around them just seems to thrive. Like maybe they have a bunch of plants and stuff. Maybe they're just really good with animals and kids and people and stuff. Maybe they're just a Disney princess. Shit. But, you know, feminine, masculine vibes, like energy's energy, right? No worries. And moving on. Like, it's still like really good vibes and such. Or that's you. Or it's representing you, and you just chilling out in your garden. I don't know. What's chapter 3? The Four of Swords. Okay, when I see this card, the first thing I tend to think of, if you know me, is meditation, right? So either that's going to help you really figure this out and get like back on track for, you know, help you process, or that's what you've been doing and that's why we're vibing together, right? The Four of Swords is shutting out the rest of the world, everybody else's opinions, and just vibing, remembering the sound of your own heartbeat, the ability to have your own opinions without the TV and Hollywood and some PR firm marketing firm figuring out and telling you what you should be thinking and feeling, right? Chapter 4. The next card is the Chariot fan. This charioteer has so much like intuition going on and is so connected to the divine and the universe and everything. Like, notice that these sphinxes don't have like reins. There aren't any reins. They're free form. You know what I mean? They're able to flow, and you know, and they're facing forward. They're down. Everybody here knows what they're doing. You know what I mean? So it's very interesting to me that these two were like boom, boom, right? This charioteer has everything planned out, everything like, you know, and they're very just... I'm like looking at all the different colors and such. It still feels like, it feels very warm, very secure. There are no weapons. There's no one to fight. So I'm inclined to feel like this was a bit more like these are two things that are kind of playing together. With you're very drawn to this person, but you're nervous. You know, you've been silenced in the past. You've been mistreated and insulted. Like your intelligence has been insulted, right? But, you know, your kindness has been mistaken for weakness. Right? Because this one, we have the swords on the wall and stuff, but there's still that one down below, right? If anything were to happen, you can handle it. Handle it accordingly. What's that phrase? Not surprised, just disappointed, right? Like, be, people come and go either way, fam, right? So maybe don't worry so much about putting so much pressure on a relationship and enabling it to just be what it is. It could be incredible and healthy and fulfilling, mutually fulfilling. It could be for right now. And that's okay too, right? This could be exactly what you need for right now. For each other, right? I don't know. Let's see. But either way, this is also a go card. We've got the golden sky and just stars. Like there's stars on the tiara or the thing on his head. There's stars on the canopy and everything. Like, come on. We're not only vibing out with nature and with ourselves, we're very, very intuitive and vibing out with the universe, okay? What are we doing? What's going to come up underneath the 10 of the Wheel of Fortune? I mean, the 4 of Wands, fam. So, that could represent marriage, yes, but so much symbolism happening here. Again, we have a golden sky. I'm seeing a lot of gold and some light blue. All positive vibes. Sacred. New. Like the golden dawn, right? Either way, this is celebration. This can be community. This can be just joy and big events and such, right? Some people are definitely getting married, though. I'm really feeling, yeah. Oh, this is so nice. This is so sweet, right? Like, this is like the happiest and vibiest I've ever felt this Queen of Pentacles, if I can be cheesy for a moment, okay? Whatever's happening, even if you're just going to somebody else's wedding with your honey, like, it's such good vibes and joy and celebration. Like, whether you even choose to get married, maybe you're not the type to get married, even though you're together for the rest of your lives, right? But like, you're able to go to, like going to, like, now you got a +1, right? You never have to go to these events and stuff alone, like, ever again, depending on what you do and how you live your lives and such, right? I'm not a party person at this point in my life. I know that. What about what's coming up underneath that Queen of Pentacles? Aw, it's the 6 of Cups, fam. Okay, so either this is someone that you get to have your family with, or you're feeling childlike again, right? There's that like childlike wonder and not having to worry because you're taken care of, or you take care of one another. Like, we have the older, seemingly older child handing one of the cups with flowers to the young girl. But we also have a guard in the background. So these kids are safe. They're protected. They're able to play and frolic and just be kids. There is a cat here on my face again. Oh my goodness. But again, a lot of gold, a lot of light blue. Oh, man. Someone's mind is soothed. Oh, that's 2 4s and a 6 and a 7. Hey-oh. My goodness. What's coming up underneath the 4 of Swords? Okay, normally I give like a whole big spiel when I draw this card, okay? Because it's like, listen, there's a lot going on here. Don't just make an assumption about what this card is about. But the fact that it's showing up now, fam, it's a Gemini card, to give you a hint. Let me censor it a wee bit. But we have the Lovers. The Lovers has officially shown up. So I still get to do my spiel. Haha. We got 2 6s, 2 4s, and 2 6s. 6 and 4 make freaking 10. Give me a break right now. Okay, but there is still self-love going on. There is still it's not needing this other person in order for you to be happy. You know what I mean? Your happiness, your life isn't just sitting in the palm of one another's hands, whether you can depend on one another or not, right? There's so much more going on with the Lovers card than romance. But this is but it's coming up underneath the Four of Swords, right? So that is telling me that this is all encompassing, this moment, because you've been healing. You've been doing what you need to do to get right in your head, to get right in your heart, to heal, to evolve as a human being. You've been figuring out what self-care looks like for you, healthier coping mechanisms, enjoying life. If you had a rough time growing up, if you've been struggling to give a rip about yourself, you've been working on that and remembering the sound of your own heartbeat. And just when you're not even looking for it and have no expectations, boo ba da boo boo doo 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 doo. Funny how that works out like that, right? Because, right, that's what the other love reading was. Don't worry about it. You already know enough. Don't worry about it, because we're not worried about the external. The external is going to external, right? This is your life, and you need to be at the center of that. You're not going to be, it's not about people being beneath you. We're talking equals, 5 matching 5, but you, for your life, for you are in the epicenter of that, right? So you need to be able to already have happiness going on, already have joy going on. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be perfectly healed and whole, whatever the fuck that means, right? In order for things to happen. Things are going to happen as they're meant to happen, as it's right on your journey, wherever the heck you are on it. It's when we try to force things. It's when we try to fulfill these ideals that we grow the frick out of anyway, right? That things get a bit, well, fucky. You know what I mean? So keep that in mind. Like, as encouraging as this card showing up after the 4 of Wands and the 6 of Cups and all this groovy shit. Remember that it's not just about a honey. It's not just about having that person that you can explore life with and just be partners in crime with. You know what I mean? It's also being able to take care of yourself, to be good to yourself, because love begins with you. Okay? What's going to come up underneath the Chariot? Another freaking 7. 2 4s, 2 6s, and now 2 7s. The 7 of Cups. Someone has a lot of options and they're just like, or you're poly and you're unsure of how, maybe if you're seeing someone new, you're unsure of how to broach that subject. When, whether it's tarot or whatever the heck it is, if we're turning to a friend, I feel like most of the time we already know. We already know. We just are looking for a different perspective. Maybe somebody's going to say something that's going to make something click for you and be like, thank you. That's what I needed. That's what the thought process, thanks for brainstorming with me, basically, right? And you know the drill. As long as you're honest and respectful and handle things with grace and compassion, it's all going to work out. You can't dictate how someone reacts, how someone feels, right? But it's definitely been a time, like we're living in a time where living a polyamorous lifestyle is, I feel like it's been very common. Like a lot of people, if they weren't, then why are they cheating on their spouses? Why is there so much cheating going on, when if you could just be open and honest from the beginning and be like, I don't know if I necessarily just want to be with one person. You know, I don't know if you want it to be like South Park and have a bottom bitch or what, but like, and with all due respect, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just trying to keep the mood light. You know what I mean? But yeah, be open and honest, and it's all going to work out. Maybe this is, I mean, I made a joke, but maybe that's, you know, this is what that person is for someone, at least someone that you can trust, who's going to be there, who's going to, you know, even if, you don't have to worry about them. I know people who have done that. They have their own little side honeys, but they're married. They legit actually legally got married, and they just had their first child. They've been together forever. You know, it doesn't work out for everyone like that, but it does work out that way for some. But you gotta match, vibes gotta match vibe, or else it's just not gonna work out. Period. And either way, respectful, compassionate, grace. Boosh. What's the epilogue to this long ass freaking tale? Why am I seeing the Nine of Swords, fam? Why you do? What's going on there? Why is that the epilogue to this story? What is that about? I don't like that. I'm gonna bust out the foils and see if we can get some clarification on this Nine of Swords. Because Nine of Swords speaks of anxiety. Like there's shit going on in your head that you're looping. You know what I mean? You're looping. So is that why we're seeing the Seven of Cups? Because, oh yeah, there is an 8. There's an 18. Because it's just like, I don't know. Like, this could be really good, but I don't know. And I don't want to, I don't want to deal with shit. I don't want to deal with drama and stuff. Can we get some clarification on the Nine of Swords, please? But, like, the swords are on the wall. Right? There isn't even a sword along the bed for this. As a matter of fact, this person is wearing white. And their blanket has roses and light blue on it. And yellow, right? Isn't it like yellow and light blue? The freaking paint job on this particular deck is a little yeah, a little What is the clarification with this Nine of Swords, please? Thank you. What are we going with here? For the YouTube fan with love. The Six of Wands. Not what I was expecting. I think that brings us back to the too good to be true. We're going all the way back to the beginning. This is too good to be true. This is too good to be true. How are they so nice? How are we able to match up so well? It's like angels are dancing above us. Like, fuck yeah, fam. You got the tree of life. You got the tree of knowledge. Boosh. Have fun with that. In walks the devil card. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, someone's really struggling with this. You may be being triggered and stuff, but maybe they're just too nice. Always complimenting you and stuff. But the thing, okay, and nothing else is coming out right now. The thing that gets me about the Six of Wands, and then if you're returning, yes, I'm saying it again. This horse is just like, thanks for catching up, folks. You know, like they knew the whole time that you know, there's someone special. Right? But this is recognition. This is like a card of recognition. You know, the Five of Wands can be, you know, yeah, it can be competition and, you know, those fives, man, those fives. But it can also be healthy competition, right? And a question of the ego. But this one is just like, you know, you won. You're being recognized for your effort and stuff, right? So, yeah, I'm sticking with the too good to be true route. They're too nice. Fam, what What the fuck is too nice? What are you talking about? Oh my goodness. But let's not forget the numbering that's been going on here. We have 2 4s, 2 6s, and 2 7s. Like, goodness gracious, fam. But, and the 7s were like right above one another. But the way that they're lined up tells me, like, honestly, the 6 or the lovers underneath the 4 of Swords, it was time for this. It was time for this. It's like you're in your head and yet it feels right. So just don't lose yourself in this. Keep your wits about you. Don't take no shit, but something tells me that you're not receiving any shit. There may be someone who, you know, has been, just in case. Maybe for you, the Wheel of Fortune coming afterneath, what? The spaceship card is letting you know that it's time for a new beginning. It's time to move on so that you can get on with your life, heal, and move on, right? So that no one ever has that kind of power over you again, even when you let them in. Yeah. But either way, what are the extra notes for this long-ass tale here? As I scrape, I bet that sounds really good for you. I'll be probably putting text down for editing, like, oh my god, that was an annoying sound. I don't know why I'm shuffling this again. I already did this. All right, let's cut the deck. Okay, we have Leo. Who's the Leo? Or are you needing to be courageous like a lion? So remember how I said that when I see the 4 of Swords, the first thing I always think of is meditate? No, really, meditate, right? That is one of the best free resources for your sanity ever, okay? I highly recommend it. Whether it's guided, whether you use music, or you just go and you walk out in nature and you enjoy the sky and the birds and the trees and the oh my, you know what I mean? And just relax. Either way, remember your breath, remember the sound of your own heartbeat, and get the voices of other freaking people the heck out of your head. You know what I mean? And just return to self for a moment. Meditation is different for everyone, and there are so many different forms. So if you're thinking of the more traditional stuff and sitting there and you don't have to if you don't want to. It's like it's your life or something, and you don't have to if you don't want to, right? I mean, this person is vibing out, right? So, you know, it works for them. Oh, bam. Either way, I think someone's in their head because this feels too good to be true. And the thing about the swords also is that's your wisdom gained. Trust yourself more so than anyone else, even those you draw closest to you. Okay? But also be careful about those you draw closest to you. Shit. But maybe you're just not used to compliments, right? Maybe you're just not used to being taken care of and having your ego stroked. Maybe you're not used to things going well and making new friends and that are matching your vibe, that it really feels like you can trust and live a life alongside. That's okay. Trust yourself. You know what to do, and you know what's right for you, okay, fam? Thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. I really appreciate the company, and always remember that I love you.